Um, are we live? Oh, it's live. Ah, we're live. Okay, it's live. I'm. We're live. I can see that. I'm gonna give myself 100%. Why? I don't know if anybody's going to see this. I'll just um, have a look. Hang on. I hit me on my phone. I'm hitting me, and we're seeing if there's anything. I don't even know what I'm doing. So anyway, oh yeah, live. Okay, and we'll just see. Okay, latest. No views 1 minute ago. That's got to be me. Okay, and right. Can I give myself a like? No, I can't even do that. I can't do anything. And I was just actually, I was watching Grego on at the Gold Coast, watching from Wagga. How you going? Who's that? Jenny Jarrick. Hey, Jenny, nice to see you. Well, nice to not see you, but nice that you're there. I've just decided I'm going to go live. I was watching Grego up on the Goldie on the Gold Coast, and he's got a lot of rain up there at the moment. He was out walking on the beach earlier on today, and it was looking really bad. Julie, oh gee, how do you say that last? Julie, hi, Julie, Gertau, Gertrude, no, Gertrude. Gertrude. I'm going to say Gertrude. I don't know, but hopefully that's close. And I just on a whim. I don't normally do a lot of live stuff. I'm just doing stuff, and I wanted to see what the heck. I've got this microphone. That one there. That's the Rode NTG1. It's a shotgun. That's the cover on it. There, it just sits up there, and hopefully it's making a reasonable noise. If you can hear the freeway is just out there, the Hume Freeway, and I can't turn this because it's sitting on a little table. It's over there. Anyway, I'm looking at this thing. It says no views 1 minute ago. Well, that's wrong for a start because I've got two people. There's Jenny and Julie are watching, so I don't know what this thing is doing. No idea. There we go. Anyway, so yeah, so it's Friday night. Hopefully it's Friday. I've had a couple of glasses, and yeah, so it's a boring Friday night. Although we're bracing ourselves for Leonie. Hi, we're bracing ourselves for a bit of weather. I don't know how bad it's going to get. It got up to, it was way over 30 degrees today. It was 35 something. And it was just really nasty outside. And so we're sort of hiding inside near the air conditioner. We've turned the air conditioner off and we've just got the flow through. So that back door is open. There's a fly screen on that back door. You can see the Christmas lights. We haven't taken them down. We've got more out the front as well. And people like them, so leave them there. Yeah, we've just, Thaguna. Hey, yeah. Leonie from Thaguna, which is up there. I know where Thaguna is. Yeah. I used to work in Albury a long time ago. And Thaguna was just sort of there. And it's good. It's a nice place. I like Wodonga and Thaguna, right through there. As a matter of fact, we go to Aldi a lot in Wodonga. We go to Wangaratta and Wodonga. And we go to Woolies in Lovey. We go up there, and also in Albury. Haven't been to the Woolworths in Albury, opposite the police station. Haven't been there for a while. Should do that one. We got kicked out of Coles in Wodonga. This guy came out. I think they're a bit touchy about their meat. Yeah. Because you give them, oh god, you give the meat a poke and it's all squishy. Don't laugh. It's serious. It's ugh. And I think because it's coming up to use by, and it's sort of like, and you don't want it. No, wouldn't touch it with a barge pole. Seriously. And it's not just Coles. I don't know where the meat. They're building a Coles in Taguna. Wow. Okay. Well, we'll have to get up. We'll have to get out there. It's only the Coles in Wodonga that have a problem. I've been kicked out of there twice over a period of a couple of years. I didn't have a GoPro back in there. I had a phone, and this guy yelled at me. Okay. Who's this? Aaron. Frank Stream. Let's go. Let's go. Okay. Thanks, Aaron. Where are you from, Aaron? I'd like to know, because it seems like there's the Wagga, there's Jenny from Wagga, and Julie. Not quite sure where Julie is from, and Leonie from Taguna, and Aaron. There's only a few people watching, and that's okay, not a problem. But yeah, I also wanted to get on to ask people. Do you like the food reviews? Peter from, hang on, I've got my, get that out of the road. Peter from Leeming. Okay, where's Leeming? Aaron from Perth. My God, that's a fair hike, because we're over on the, almost on the East Coast. We're not quite. We've got a range of mountains between us and the East Coast. So if a tsunami hits, we're okay. Julie from Whyalla. Jeez. That's amazing. Pardon me coughing. I've got nothing wrong. I've been out walking. I walked, actually, I'll show you. I'm on Strava. I don't know if anybody's athletic enough to know about Strava. There's probably you are. And it looks like, hang on, oh God. It looks like that. And it tracks you via GPS. And this morning I did, hang on, I'll try and get it up there. You can see 6 kilometers just here. Where are we? There. 6 kilometers and point, what is it? 6.25, 6.25 kilometers. That was this morning. But I've been doing better than that. Yesterday morning, as you can see, I did 9.51. And for the week, I've done 50 point, it's there, 50.75. And I stopped and I went, I think that's enough for a week. Oh, crap, what's going on here? There's PD675, you have a good radio voice. Funny about that. Darren, hello, wonderful people. Cheers from Adelaide. Aaron, you need to do a review with 2 Aussie or old Grego. I don't think they'd appreciate that. I like the Yucca rap. Yet some people can't make it work. And if a dickhead like me can make it work, come on now. And Charles from Good Evening, Frank from, oh God, Spadolski, wherever that is. Charles. Okay. And hello, Darren. Yep. Leonie says hello, Darren. Now, Petey, what old TV shows do you like from the 70s and 80s? I hated them. Seriously, like the Brady Bunch. Couldn't Get Smart. Hated it. The one I liked was like F Troop from that's 1960s, 61, 62. F Troop was just fantastic. I loved it. Don't know why. I think it was it was on just before I had it was on a Tuesday night because Scouts were on Tuesday night, and I got to watch Scouts. Sorry, F Troop before I went off to the Scouts, and yeah, F Troop was good, but the rest of them I wasn't a fan. I was more outside playing in the street, kicking a football. So there wasn't much. What Aldi goodies do you have in your fridge this week? Okay, that's Smith. Smith. Smith? Is that your first or second name? Come on now, Smitty. What Aldi goodies do you have in your fridge this week? Well, I'm trying to think because there's a lot of good stuff. I was reading in the Aldi catalog. You can if there's a basket. They've got a double page spread where you can have a basket of Aldi products and the equivalent in a Coles thing. So and you can save about 50 odd bucks just in the different in the same basket of products you buy, like detergent and meat and all that other stuff like that, and dog food and because we still buy cat food. We used to have cats, but now we have birds. They come to the back door, magpies. Mrs. Mac loves to feed the magpies, and unfortunately, the ibis have got into the act, and they come in with their long beaks and they peck as well. So at any given time, we could have as many as 20 birds at the back door. So we've got cat food, and if you buy the same equivalent in like say Coles or whatever, a basket of weekly shopping, you can save about $50 to $56 just by shopping at Aldi. And we do our best. We go and we have a look around at Woolies and at IGA, which actually we're going to do this week too. In the next video, hopefully, we're going over to Rutherglen. We probably shouldn't say Rutherglen because they looked at us funny last time we were there. But we're going to one of the IGAs anyway. Could be in Corowa. And we'll have a walkthrough and see what we can see in IGA. We've got one here too in town, and it's only a small one in town. It's only a little one, so we like to do the bigger shops. But yeah, we might go over and do it. We are going to go and do an IGA. We'll do that. I've got to keep looking. What old TV? Yeah, I get that. Aaron, sounds like you're expanded your channel's variety and do some TV show stroke movie reviews. No, I haven't done anything like that. Smith is my radio name. What is Mrs. Mac up to? She's round there on her computer, just round the corner there. Can you stick your hand out, Mrs. Mac, and sort of wave? Can you do that? She's got headphones on. She's got headphones on. She can't hear me. We both have selective hearing, but she's busy. She does T-shirts and shower curtains and things like that, like a T-shirt with a logo on it, that kind of stuff. And she sells them. And I've been threatening to put her on my down in the comments to put a link, and she said, "Not yet, not yet, not yet. I'm not ready." So when she's ready, I will put a link to Mrs. Mack's uh, page, or it's a shop really, and you can have a look at her. She's got tons and tons of t-shirts designs, and you can get them in mugs and shower curtains and stuff like that, and in t-shirts. I love the t-shirts. There's one that I think I've thrown it in. You would have actually seen it. I think this week in the Aldi, it's got a picture of um, a radio telescope on it, and that's one of the ones you can get them with right down like on the front, or you can get them in a logo. So it's up to you. And yeah, but she's good with all that, and she's very creative. And she's got that huge garden out the back there. We have a failed hothouse. When I was after I left radio, and I was very sick. That's the reason I left. Um, I built a hothouse and I covered it with plastic. Now, a big wind came along and blew the plastic right off the hothouse, but the hothouse is still there because it's got buried in 2 feet of concrete. Every piece of pipe that goes down into the ground, it has 2 feet of concrete in it, so it's not going to go anywhere. So she's taken over that hothouse, and she's got this huge veggie garden, and we eat out of that, and we saved so much money just with that veggie garden. And we've got zucchinis and God knows what growing, and tomatoes. Actually, I'll stay there. Just don't move. Hang on, I'll just have a quick look. Hey, Frank, what is the flickering lights outside your glass? That's the Christmas lights. We haven't taken them down. Okay, we leave them. Actually, we put them up 2 years ago. We haven't taken them down. And there's more out the front here. If I can just turn this quickly. There you go. Look at that. You can see them right there. It's just been lazy. They look good. And actually from the street and from the backyard, they don't look too bad. Hang on a second. I'll show you what we've got. Just a sec. I'll put these headphones off. This will be quick. Don't go anywhere. This is what Mrs. Mack brought in today. Look at these things. Look at the tomatoes. That's a 5-gallon bucket. We used to use these when we went out and got wood in the Barren Bogey Ranges. I'll put this back. Oh. There we go. Yeah, so that's a heavy bucket. I just picked it up, and you need 2 hands. It's full of tomatoes and zucchinis, and we've got all kinds of stuff happening in the garden. Now, hang on, I'll have a quick look. It's moving. Surely 2 Aussie-inspired KFC. Well, yes, a 2 Aussie-inspired KFC review. I mean, he gets into it. I've got the app. I've got, hang on. I'm you. I've got the app somewhere. Hungry Jack's, McDonald's, Red Rooster, KFC. There it is. Oh, KFC. Yep, there it is. And he gets all the new stuff that's happening. The KFC app just takes so long to actually do anything. I don't know whether it's just here that we don't get a decent service with Optus. Well, it's moving. It's doing stuff now. There we go. Welcome back. Would you like to keep your previous order setting? Yeah, okay. And yeah, we've got the $6.95 double slider and chips. That's not bad. I'll try and there it is, the $6.95 double slider and chips. That would be good because the one thing we don't like to do is spend a lot of money on anything. But I mean, seriously, on stuff like this where you can spend $8 and say up to $8.80 in Aldi and get 2 kilos of 2 kilos of the drumsticks. And 2 Aussie was he spent $15 the other day on a whole range of things. And at was it KFC or Red Rooster? I can't. I think it was KFC. And yeah, he spent $15, and I'm thinking, for the sake of putting it in the air fryer or in the oven, this is going to sound terrible. I'm going to need to have a drink here. So hold on, do not go away. This is going to upset people, I know. There we go. It's Friday night. I don't normally do this. And I'm just going to have a whistle wet. Oh my God. It should have been Coke. Never mind. That'll do. Now, let's have a look. Where were we? What radio station was your favorite to work for and the worst? Okay. Now, this is from, got to get my eyes together here too. Oh, who? It's BEIN. I'm going to say Ben. Ben something Green. What radio station was your favorite to work for and the worst one? Did they pay you well at the radio station, Frank? Yes and no is the answer. The best one I ever worked for, that's really hard because they're all different. There's a whole bunch of them. KFC is pricey. It is. It is. It shouldn't be that way. None of them should be that way. I object to paying $16 for a hamburger. We were coming back from Melbourne. The reason I haven't done a lot on our channel, we went down to Melbourne to the baby shower for our new grandchild. Yeah, our very first grandchild is being born very soon. And we went down to Melbourne for the baby shower. We were coming back and we went past the Yay takeaway. The back way to Melbourne is Mount Slide, and it's the Alexandra Road. It comes out of Lilydale and you go up to Alexandra. We didn't get up to Alexandra because there was a bushfire. So we had to turn off at Merton and head across to the Hume Freeway. But anyway, we went past the Yay takeaway. And I remember when we went to Melbourne with our kids in the car and we paid $5.50 for a hamburger with a lot at the Yay takeaway. They used to have them lined up because the snow buses had come down the back way back to Melbourne with all the ski bunnies on them, the snow bunnies. And they'd have all these hamburgers with a lot lined up, $5.50. So I said, yeah, look, for $20, we're going to get 4 of them. And it was great. And they were homemade, sort of like your old chew and spew hamburgers, not like a McDonald's thing. They were the with the egg and the beetroot and the whole lot. And they were $5.50. And that's just stuck with me, that how can they ask $16 for a hamburger, or $18. There was the Wahlburger up in Sydney too. Aussie went to Wahlberg's, and they were $18 for a hamburger. That's just ridiculous. Yeah, God. So we won't be doing that. And we get like we pay $6.99 for 4 burgers from Aldi and some buns. We can have them at home, and you can put beetroot, whatever you want, and it's going to be good. And it's going to nowhere near $16 for a hamburger. That's ridiculous. Anyway, let's get back to the radio stations. I worked at 3NE in Wangaratta, and that was 1978 till 81, I think, and that was terrific. I learned a lot there. Then we went down to Sale at 3TR, Gippsland Latrobe Valley, and they were situated in Sale. Yeah, there's 3TR is not in Sale anymore. It's in Moe, I think, at the TV station, Channel 8, Traralgon, and yeah, and it's now just a computer thing, but it was actually live back then. That was terrific. That's where I interviewed the one and only. This was 82, I think it was. I interviewed Rolf Harris. Yeah, this was back in the day when he was a superstar and he was doing a tour. He had a show on BBC in London. It was Rolf on Saturday, okay. And I was talking to him about that and said, oh, it's so expensive to to produce and all that. Anyway, he's trotted into with country radio stations, you don't get to, well, you can interview anybody you like if you can get to them. And sometimes there are people coming through that you don't know about. And Rolf Harris is one of those that he's going to be in Sale, and the boss said, yeah, bring him in, throw him in the studio with Frank, it'll be fine. Well, there he was, and he was lovely. He was absolutely lovely. Now, here's a story about Rolf. Rolf had spent, I think 45 minutes, nearly 50 minutes with me in the afternoon, and we were chatting away, and it was all terrific. And I had to go to, believe it or not, a horse race in Melbourne, because we were doing 3-state racing. And we had to put up with, or he had to put up with, 3 individual races. They were about 15 minutes apart. It wasn't a big deal, but he was okay with it. He wasn't happy about it, but he was okay with it. And anyway, so the race is on, and I'm looking over at him, and I've sort of taken the earphones off, and we're sort of talking, and he has seen on the back wall of the studio behind my chair the picture of The Boys Light Up, the Australian Crawl album, The Boys Light Up. Now, if you have that album, or you can look it up, it's a picture taken from the land side of a beach, and there's this woman naked, lying face down on a towel on the beach, and the boys in the band are standing in about thigh deep of water like this, looking at her. And that's the album cover. And he's seen this big poster of it behind me, and he's taken the glasses off and he's staring at it like that. Now, I've taken that as like an artist's look at a picture, like you would. Decades later, You go, oh my God. Yeah. So, and that was funny. I've still got somewhere in my collection. He did an autograph for Mrs. Mac and me of him. He did a caricature of his face, and to Frank and Marilyn, lots of love, Rolf. So we've still got that. And Mrs. Mac said you could throw that away. No, I'm going to keep it. So that's one of those things. And I've never told that story to anybody, so you're the first. A whole lot of you. Now, okay, I'll see if I can you say happy birthday to Justin for yesterday in your radio voice? I thought my voice is my voice. Even though, hang on, I'll just have another slurp. Look at the tongue. Jeez, okay. Okay, happy birthday, Justin. You're a sweetie. There we go. Happy birthday, Justin. I hope you had a terrific day. Our KFC is too spicy. What radio station was your favorite to work for? That's a hard one. I suppose the most fun. The most fun and the most ordinary radio station I ever worked for was 3DB in Melbourne. It was my father's favorite radio station, and I had a lot of fun working there. And there were some people there that you just, if they left this planet tomorrow, you wouldn't care. I'm not going to say who they are. I'm not going to say. And it was just one of those wonderful places. I met people like Bert Newton. I worked for him. There was Arthur Higgins, if you remember Arthur with Channel 9 News. He was there, and I panel operated his show for a while. For those car racing enthusiasts, I worked with Bill Tuckey, who was he wrote the Formula One book, and very instrumental too in getting the Formula One race to Melbourne. And we actually, the 3DB sent him over to Adelaide on the very first. It was I can't think of the year it was. I'm going to say 84. And they sent him over to Adelaide, and we weren't allowed to say that he was in Adelaide because they were scared to death that everybody had turned off if they thought 3DB breakfast had turned into some kind of car racing radio station. So we weren't allowed to say that. So anyway, but he went over to Adelaide, and he was an excellent and very, very professional. He ended up on 3AW and was very successful there too. So that was a lot of fun. We had tons of fun. There were a lot of pressure, a lot of heartache, but yeah, we had a lot of fun on 3DB. Then was 3UZ, the greater 3UZ, and had a lot of fun there too. I'm very sad to hear the about Father Gerard Dowling, the family counsellor, passed away only a few months ago now. Was it a few months? I'm pretty sure it's a few months ago. And I was a panel operator for his show too. And he was a lovely bloke. And I think he helped a lot of people. I don't think you'd be able to count the amount of people he helped. He was great. Loved him a lot. And had my own show on 3UZ. It was the Golden Memories. Oh my goodness. It was one of those things. I did it, and Anyway, never mind. It got good ratings. It got excellent ratings. 3UZ. Then we left and went down to Bay FM in Geelong. So Bay FM was great. Now that's just another computer station that's was bought by the people who own 3GL in Geelong, and it just sort of it's over there. I don't know. I haven't been back that way, so I don't know what it's like now. And there you go. So that's the story of me. So can I pick a favourite? I think 3DB was the favourite radio station of all of them. But what a great for a kid from the Cabbage Patch to get to Metropolitan Radio. That was big. Enjoyed it. Had a good time. That's over. Now it's this time. And we're having a bit of fun doing YouTube videos. Let's see what else we've got. How are you, mate? James, I am fine. I hope you are too. This is making a sneaky run for the whiskey. Yeah, go for it. Absolutely. Ben, go for that whiskey. When you go shopping with your wife, do you have to ask permission on everything you buy because it seems like it? Well, of course. I just looked up. I think I've only spilt something on the front of me. Yes, of course I do. We're a team. And if I want something, she would say, look, do you really want that? No, it's one of those things that, yeah, of course, because you can't just say, I'm having it. And it's something that affects you both. It's called being married. You're a team. You're together. So, yeah, we do things as a team. Is the John Laws of the... That is funny. This is James Martin. He says, Frank is the John Laws of the food reviewer world. L-O-K. I think that's L-O-L, probably. You just had a misprint. Speaking of John Laws, I panel operated John Laws when I was at 2AY in Albury. That's a whole other story. That one, I used to read the news, panel operate John Laws, and do the afternoon show. Start at 6 o'clock in the morning and finish at 6 o'clock in the evening. That's what eventually did me in. Bastards. But yeah, that did me in eventually, because it's just like, goodness me, you don't have time to prepare anything. You just get there, do the news, lawsy till midday, me till 6 p.m. Crikey, that was hard. But thank you for that anyway. Yeah, LOL. Right. 3-year warranty on that chair. This one here, yeah, it's a Typhoon. We've still got a couple of years on it, I think. But it's doing well. It's hanging in there. The other one, the other chair I had is in my son's room down there, and he doesn't use it anymore. It's just down there. He said, "Thanks, Dad, for the chair." I went, "Oh, okay." And it's in his room, but then he doesn't live here. He lives in Melbourne, but he uses it when he comes home, maybe once or twice a year. Crazy. Chris O. It can't be the Chris O I'm thinking of, because Chris O was my science teacher, Mr. Christensen. Chris O, yeah, is incredible. And Bien, congrats on the growing family. Yeah, Grandpa, yes, and not long. I think it's due in about 3 weeks. That'll be fun. Then we'll have more. I think we bought him a ton of nappies and baby wipes. And we got the glow-in-the-dark dummies. Never mind. They glow-in-the-dark dummies. Unbelievable. Love the videos. Do you follow the NRL or any sport? Don't follow NRL. Like, we're in Victoria, and there's not a lot of NRL in country Victoria. It's basically AFL, or the country equivalent to AFL. I'm not quite sure. There's the Melbourne Storm, and I think I've got it on my phone. Best and Less have all the NRL jerseys or T-shirts, and you can pick up any of the NRL T-shirts there for about $20, which is pretty good if you go into like an AFL store or something in Melbourne just to get a St Kilda top. It's about $100. You're no way known. But for $20, if you want to show your support for your NRL team, $20, hey, not too bad. Now, Smithy said, did Bill have a brother named Ken? Very funny. No, but I did an awful thing when I was at 3DB in Melbourne. I was in charge for 2 years of the production studio where they make the commercials, and that's why I'm into editing, and I can do it. It's just second nature now. But I was in the production studio and doing my own show on air as well. But I did something that I sort of semi regret and sort of semi don't. There was this wonderful young lady who could take a joke. She was doing the reception area, and Rex Hunt, Rexy, a lot of people would remember Rex, and I just hit the button and said, "Look, Marty, Rex Hunt's brother Mike is somewhere in the building. Can you get him to come to the production studio for me? Thank you." Yeah, his name's Mike. Okay, thanks. And she did. And it absolutely destroyed everybody in the entire building. And Bert Newton was the boss at that stage, and he was in his office up the front, and he's going, "What's going on?" Oh dear, it was very, very funny. We laughed. We had a great time. And she came in and yelled at me, and it was okay. It was fun. So yeah, we did all that. I don't know what started me on that, but never mind. Okay, and we've got anonymous and advised review. So how are the Aldi onion rings review going, Frank, and not the potato version? Oh yes, there's two types, isn't there? There's the onion rings, and there's the with onion in them, the potato rings with onion in. It's yeah. They didn't have. We were in Aldi a couple of days ago. Didn't have the onion rings, and they didn't have the hash brown onion rings, is what I'm thinking of. They didn't have those either. A lot of things they don't have, and I don't know whether it's supply chain or it's just that people race in and buy them, but they didn't have them. So I'm not sure at the moment. Well, when we get them, the onion rings, we'll give them a shot. Yeah, I know we did have them, and we ate them. They were lovely. What I do is I put them in the air fryer with the chips, throw them in for about 15 minutes, 15 to 18, depending, and they come out good. They're great. That's probably the train you can hear going past. What time is it? It's just 12, 13 past 9. So that would be a passenger probably. Because the freight trains, when they go past here, they really go past here. They're heavy. Love the videos. Do you follow the NRA? Not really. No, we did that. I'm trying to find my place. Smitty, did you have a brother? No, I didn't have. Bill didn't have a brother named Ken, although he did have a brother, which I can't think of his name. So anonymous. Okay. Smitty, when you worked in radio, did you ever work with microphone? Yes, I did. Not one of these either. It was, as a matter of fact, it's interesting. The Sennheiser, what was it? The MD 421. It's microphone dynamic is MD, and the 421. It looks like a big razor. And they've got a new one out. It's a smaller one. Only apparently, and don't quote me on this, but they're made in China. And unfortunately, my brother-in-law was telling me, he's a tech, and he's saying that the 421s, the new ones, you can overload them just by yelling. And the old 421s, you could never do that. You could take them out to Tullamarine and stick them in the back of a 747 and you still wouldn't overload them. They were a really robust microphone because they were originally used for kick drums. You'd stick them in the kick drum of a rock band. And they were great. And they used them in just about every radio station that's ever been in this country. Used the Sennheiser 421s because they were just really a tough microphone. And some of the old ones from the 50s or 60s are still in use even today. They're just a great microphone. I thought Bill Tucky's brother's name was Ken. No, it wasn't. Kentucky. I get it. I really do. It's like... never mind. No, yeah, I get it. I'm just trying to have a read here. So how are you not? Yeah, okay, right. I'll go through these because I bet I've missed someone. No. Hey, Frank, what is the flickering? Oh, the lights. Yeah, we've seen the lights. They've gone out. Oh, no, they're still there. You can barely see them because they're not plug-in lights. They're just, they've got a photovoltaic cell. It's about this big, and you sit it on the back veranda, and the sun shines, and when the sun goes down, bang, the lights come on. And by about 3 a.m., they've had it. So, but when people drive past and they like it, so let's have a look. No, well, that's about it. Yep. So no one else is there. I was expecting my brother-in-law Brian to at least, he's probably drinking Jack Daniels and going, hey, and watching porn. No, I didn't. No, certainly be drinking, but I don't think he watches porn. Well, he could. He wants to. Why not? Oh, that's nice. That is box wine. It's not the best. It'll do. You have a good radio voice. Well, I suppose. Thanks for that. I appreciate you saying that. But from 1977, or before that, actually, because I went to radio school, say 74. So from 1974 right up until 2000 was a continuous radio thing that I did. So I was doing a lot of voiceovers and that kind of thing for that amount of time. And I put it down to like, okay, well, Arnold Schwarzenegger was doing 5 hours a day at pumping weights. I've got no muscles, but if you relate that to voice, you're using it, you're putting out there the same kind of thing. If you're using it a lot, you get a bit of a voice like hello, all that kind of stuff. It's just the way it is, and it's grained in, and it'll always be there. My dad had a huge voice. He was a no nonsense Scotsman from Inverness, and I've got some stories I could tell you about him too, but I won't. But yeah, but time is getting along. I'm going to have to love you and leave you. I really am. But we will do this again. It's been fun, and I love talking to everybody. And look, thanks for being there, and especially with the stuff we do in the kitchen, and also in the supermarkets. We'll keep on doing that. This, Mrs. Mac and I just love it. It's a chance for us to get out and do stuff, and a chance for me to bounce up and down in front in front of this GoPro, and I've got it. Oh, it's down here. Hang on, I'll show you what it is before I go. This is it here. It's just been charging. You can see that clips on to the trolley, and that's what we use. Now I'll turn it on. There it is. Now you can't see. Look at that. There's nothing there. The front screen doesn't work. The back one does. And in 60 seconds, that'll go black. So if that's sitting on the trolley and it's black like that, people don't even look at it. Don't even look at it. The only reason I got grabbed is because I had it in my hand and I was doing this. But if it's sitting on the trolley, it just looks like it's been put there like that. It's not working. So that's all we use. Anyway, with that, I've got to go, and we will catch up with you soon. Thanks for being there, and we'll catch up with you really soon. See ya.